Right, hello there. Return of the Nerd is back again with a unboxing. Yes, got my knife, my pink knife ready, my Stanley knife or box cutter, whatever you want to say. Okay, American English, yes, all good for me. Today we're going to have a look at the plastic-free packaging. This one is the latest gaming greats, the Jedi. It was from the game Jedi Fallen Order. We just had the release of Jedi Survivor, which is totally fantastic, and I will not spoil it for you. I've got about halfway through so far. This guy has a rocket launcher. On the side here, you can see on the box art, 6 feet inches tall. Yeah, nice. That looks really big. I'm quite excited to get an accessory like this because it's not often in the Black Series that we do get like really cool accessories for especially for our troopers. On the back, yeah, it just gives you a little bit of information. He is, let's see, this is a long range RPS 6 smart rocket launcher. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to open this up, and then this is the new mold. When I say new, it's not that new, but it's the latest mold for the Stormtroopers, and I really like it. So I'm going to go get all of the other characters that have this mold, and then we're going to have a look at them side by side. And even I'm going to get like my super old like the previous mold we had from like when the Black Series began over 10 years ago. All right, so I'll just open this guy up. I might as well just do it in front of you now if I'm quick enough. There you go, just quick and easy. Slide the packaging out. Really good news that the windows are coming back in for the Black Series. Hopefully, I think probably one of the Black Series waves by the end of this year, all of them will have the windows, plastic windows, put back in again. Looking forward to that. Right, let's pull this little sachet out here. And that's obviously his rocket launcher. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's open him up. Open up the mummy. Unwrap the... It's like, and there's nothing there. You just keep unraveling, and then there's just nothing there. Cool. Right, got him unraveled. I do like any Stormtrooper with a pauldron is a turn on for me. I like the Purge Troopers the most. And when I first watched A New Hope, the Stormtroopers, the ones that were in the desert looking for the droids, these are not the droids you're looking for. Those ones really fascinated me as like a 5-year-old. I was like, what is Daddy? What is this? What is this? I don't understand. And there was one on a dewback, and then there were like some others in town at that checkpoint when Obi-Wan is like, you do not need to see his identification. And I was just totally fascinated by those Tatooine Imperials. I think more so than the Imperials on the Death Star. So yeah, I love the pauldrons, all the different colors. And if you're a customizer, you've probably got like about 100 different variations. It'd be nice if this guy had like an insignia or something on here. That would be better. Helmet looks a bit weird, actually. I'm going to have to check that with some of my other Stormtroopers. It looks a bit off. Just looks a little bit like the cheeks. It looks a bit wide. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit wide in the cheeks. And a bit flat on the top of the head. So I don't know what happened there. And I don't have the other... there was a Scar Trooper released recently. Do you remember that one? From, was it the... Oh, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I think it might be the same bucket that they used for that figure. Anyway, and then recently Hasbro have said that they've been putting all these new shoulder pads on, and they've got like a piece of plastic that goes all the way around the shoulder, and it helps it to move. I don't know if this has it on there, but I'm gonna have a look. When I'm posing, I'll be able to tell. So yeah, it looks good when out of the package. I like it. You know, let's turn him around. There you go, from the back there. And then let's open up this because I need more weapons. Oh my! Look at the size of this thing. This is that is Hasbro. This is what you guys should be giving us all the time with troopers. Like, we want big mama guns. We want massive weapons. This is great. Like a bazooka. I love anything that's like a bazooka or a flamethrower, rocket launchers. This is awesome, you know, because I can just use this with a bunch of other figures as well for toy photography. Oh, this is great. And yeah, I suggest you put like a bit of paint on it if you want to, because it is kind of bland. The paint on this is not that great, but I mean, there's loads of detail on it, and just the size of it, and it's really heavy and chunky. So, all right, I'm going to get this guy in some posing scenes, and then afterwards I'll come back and I'll get like the other Stormtroopers, and we'll have a lineup. Right, here we go. All right. That was pretty cool. So this guy here, the rocket launcher trooper, I think, like, just let me move these ones to one side because I got a lot in the picture here. Move them back. This fella, this is so big that it's kind of hard for him to rest it on his shoulder, and the pauldron does get in the way a little bit. And also, I'd like to have him looking up towards the sky, because I'd imagine, where are his targets? So I was trying to get him into some poses where he's kneeling down on the floor and he's looking up, and that's hard because, like, you only get like that much extension, doesn't go back any further than that. But luckily, like, the torso on these new Stormtroopers, they're really bendy, so you can really do this, like, so you can get him into a pose where he's shooting upwards. Kind of looks better though when you're posing. Kind of looks better if you have it parallel to the ground, with it just resting on his shoulder. I tried to get all kinds of fancy moves there. I even had the mortar trooper pretending to load the back of the rocket launcher. I don't know what ammunition this thing takes. I'm just making it up as I go along. So yeah, and at the end there we had the flamethrower, the incinerator trooper from the Mandalorian. Both of these are from the Mandalorian, actually. And this is the old one I was talking about. Like, this is from the, I don't know if it was the orange or the blue line, like over 10 years ago, man. This is like the original Sand Trooper, the Sergeant. And I just love this one. And he comes with more weapons than this. He actually comes with, I think there's 3 of them. And he's got this lovely backpack, and he's got like the spare ammo pack on the chest there. That's brilliant. But yeah, this mold is very outdated now. It's got some nice sandy weathering on there. I like that. So sometimes if I find these and they're cheap, I'll still pick them up and put them in my collection, because you can never have too many Stormtroopers. Actually, I'm pretty happy that next year in the archive line, they've just announced that one of the figures is going to be just a regular Imperial Stormtrooper. So that's good, because I need to army build. And also I need to collect these pauldrons. I want to get a lot more of what were they called? Scar Squadron. You know, I don't have those two nearby. There were two figures that came out in the Gaming Greats, and they were the Scar Squadron, Scar Troopers. There's two of them, one with a lightsaber. The other one has like a kind of a jetpack. So never mind. His shoulders are like really flexible, really good. But I'm not sure if Hasbro's using that new, like that ring technology around there. I'm just not sure. But yeah, I love this. The best thing is probably like the swivel at the hips and the way it can go back and forth. That's really good for posing. And I managed to find these old circular stands are for my old Kenner vintage, but the pegs like conveniently fit the Stormtroopers peg holes. They really tightly, and they stand up really well, as you can see from my spinny table display. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get him to grip the actual put it in focus. Go, come on, boink. It's actually hard to get him to grip the trigger. And this part here is really useful. You know, you can actually just slide that over the top of his hand. So he's got lots of places that he can hold this, like here. But I found that the left hand has a nice wide open grip. So that's good for like kind of supporting it underneath. Like, But this hand was like so tight when I got it out of the packet. I had to put it into some hot water for a minute, and then I used a pair of tweezers to ply back his fingers, because I just could not get any purchase on that at all. I couldn't get him to get his fingers in that trigger in that position there. But eventually I did it, and they look really cool. So yeah, I like this. Hasbro, we need more accessories, please. I think there are like a bunch of other Stormtroopers that have come out in the Black Series with this new mold. There was the Remnant Stormtrooper from Season 1 of The Mandalorian. And if you guys know of any more, you can just put them in the comment section below, because I'm liking them. The only reason why I thought his helmet looked different is because there's no color on it. It's just a standard, you know, white helmet trooper, whereas, you know, with these other guys, God, the color really makes it kind of almost makes the shape of the helmet look a little bit different. It's just perspective, right? Look at that yellow streak, it's beautiful. I've got the Black Series helmet for this guy. And over here, yeah, this guy, nice. I'm just wondering what other troopers we're gonna get, because I do like it when they have all the paint on them, you know. I don't really, I mean, I do like the original A New Hope Imperials, but it's always nicer when they've got like some color to represent the different. That's why people like the Clone Wars, the Clone Troopers so much, is because every battalion has their own unique set of colors. So that's pretty cool. All right, that'll do for today. And then in the next one, I'll probably go back to TVC. So I'll alternate. And we'll see what happens. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. This is the way.